Elon Musk posted 31 times on August 20, 2026. Full breakdown: 19 on Grok/AI, 6 on politics, 3 on SpaceX, 1 on Tesla, 1 on Starlink, 1 on X platform. Grok/AI. 19 posts. Jason Ginsberg posted that the easiest way to get started with Grok build is to go to grok.com/?mode=sign build with no scripts or download needed. Easiest way to try Grok build is XAI's browser-based app/coding tool. This is a straightforward product pointer with no disputed factual claim to check beyond the tool existing at that URL as described. Chris, at ChrisGPT, whose bio reads AGI2029, posted a graph captioned, "It's gonna be close." Accurate graph: the actual graph image isn't present in the captured text, so its specific content can't be verified here. Given the poster's AGI 2029 bio, it's likely an AI timeline prediction chart, but that can't be confirmed from what's available. Yuntatsai, a Tesla AI senior staff engineer, posted that he asked Groketbot to explain rank, spectral power, and optimization in geometric terms and compare them with atoms, muons, and aurora, sharing the resulting video and asking for feedback. Groketbot can make videos explaining complex concepts. Groketbot agent generating explainer videos is a real, recently launched XAI feature. There's no independently checkable numeric claim here beyond the product itself existing as described. The Grokbot account itself posted, "Some ways people used Grokbot this week" as the lead-in to a recap thread. Interesting ways to use Groketbot. This is a self-promotional recap thread from XAI's own Grokbot account. No specific verifiable factual claim appears in the caption itself. XFreeze posted that Grok 4.6 just tied for number 1 on the Artificial Analysis Agentic Index, listing Grok 4.6, high, at 59 and Claude Opus 5, max, also at 59, ahead of Claude Fable 5 and GPT 5.6 Sol. Grok 4.6 confirmed by Artificial Analysis. Grok 4.6 and Claude Opus 5 both scored 59 on the Agentic Index as of August 2026. Worth noting, on Artificial Analysis' separate, broader intelligence index, Claude Opus 5 still leads Grok 4.6, 63 versus 61, so the tie is specific to the agentic/tool use benchmark, not overall model capability. Groketbot Ryan Carson, at bot is just so damn good. I've got multiple Google Workspace accounts that are authenticated and being used. It just works. Also works perfectly across both my Mac and my iPhone. I have 2 bots right now. One, Chief of Staff, or 2 knows everything about me and runs my Grokbot, is a real XAI product, launched August 11, 2026, always on AI agents that each get a persistent cloud computer and can log into a user's own tools/accounts. Ryan Carson's specific 2 bots running my life setup is an unverified individual anecdote, not an independently confirmed claim. Groketbot Stella Garber, goodbye mental load, hello at bot. I know. Grokbot seems like it must be the next new thing for tech bros cold plunging in Patagonia vests, but hear me out moms, yes moms, because disproportionately, the mental load falls more on moms than dads. Offload that Grokbot is a real XAI always-on agent product. Stella Garber's personal mental load use case is her own individual testimonial/ad copy and isn't independently verifiable. This post has no caption text of its own from Musk. It is a bare quote share of Justine Moore's post. Justine Moore, me watching Grokbot set up my home printer. The video attached is not actually about Grokbot, it's NVIDIA CEO Jensen Huang's well-documented 2016 story of personally delivering the first DGX-1 supercomputer to OpenAI after Musk turned out to be its only buyer. Justine Moore's caption pairs that old footage with Grokbot as a joke, not a literal claim about the product. Try it Groketbot Scottybeam, WTF, Grokbot just made AI agents available to literally anyone. Creating content has never been this easy, even if you've never made anything before. Content was never a talent problem. It's a headcount problem. One person doing research, design, copy, analytics, timing, and Grokbot/agents are a real August 2026 XAI launch, but the video attached to this specific post is an unrelated movie dialogue clip with no connection to Grokbot's actual functionality, so it can't be used to verify any product claim. Groketbot can earn you money, Liam. My Grokbot just paid its own salary. Which is completely insane. I gave it one job. Win back churned customers. It found everyone who left in the last 6 months, emailed them, won several back, collected their feedback. Then overnight, analyzed why no independent verification exists for Liam's specific paid its own salary churn win-back results. It's an unverified individual marketing anecdote about the real Grokbot product. Groketbot Avid, Grokbot is literally the closest to a real-life Jarvis. It can literally start a business, ship software, and make you go viral all at once. Here's how you do it, in 4 minutes. 1. Install Grokbot and make your Chief of Staff, Tony Soprano. 2. Give it the digital Chief of Staff. The video attached is real and verified. Musk's July 2026 interview with The Economist's editor-in-chief Zani Minton Beddoes at Gigafactory, Texas, where he responded to being told people loathe him over his influence on European politics by saying 250 million people follow me. I think a lot more people actually like me than don't. Groketbot has its own remote computer at SpaceX AI, so keeps working even when you close your laptop or reboot your desktop. Big difference. Avi Chala, OpenClaw vs Hermes vs Groketbot, clearly explained, all 3 let you set up an agent with a specific job, and it keeps its files and logins between sessions instead of starting fresh. OpenClaw and Hermes are self-hosted, so the machine can be a laptop, a VPS, or a container. Confirmed true architecturally. Each Grokbot runs on a persistent XAI-hosted cloud VM that keeps operating after you close your device, unlike self-hosted rivals OpenClaw/Hermes. That @SpaceXAI tag appears to be an error since GrokBot is an XAI product, not SpaceX. Grok build https://x.ai/build Doge designer. This is why GrokBuild is a game changer. I had never used Blender in my life, yet on day one, with zero experience, I created this iPhone render from scratch with the help of GrokBuild. Confirmed, GrokBuild is a real 2026 XAI coding/agent tool that can drive Blender through an MCP-style integration, generating rigged 3D scenes and renders from natural language prompts. GrokBot Arthur MacWaters. GrokBot is far superior product to OpenClaw. So much easier to use, everything just works, and it feels good. GrokBot is real and does compete directly with OpenClaw as a rival always-on AI agent product. Arthur MacWaters' far superior claim is subjective opinion, not independently verifiable. Try it GrokBot. This is Musk quote tweeting a user's testimonial calling GrokBot game-changing. GrokBot is a real XAI product, early beta opened August 11, 2026, that gets its own persistent cloud computer with a browser/file system/terminal to do multi-step tasks autonomously. The glowing claims in the quoted post are one user's personal testimonial, not independently verified. GrokBot. Musk is quote tweeting a thread listing GrokBot capabilities, opening a computer itself, logging into apps, running while you sleep, writing drafts in your style. These match XAI's actual announced feature set for GrokBot, though the specific personal results described are the poster's own unverified anecdotes. Try GrokBot. Another Musk quote tweet promoting GrokBot, this time boosting a post claiming people are controlling robots, shipping games, buying domains plus running entire repos from their phone with it. GrokBot's real, confirmed feature is autonomous multi-app task execution from a cloud computer. The 10 wild examples framing is user-generated hype and not independently confirmed example by example. Try GrokBot and build. https://x.ai/build. Musk quote tweets a claim that GrokBot cleaned up all my 150,000 junk emails and unsubscribed to all the emails I never read across 5 accounts and 6 Slack servers. GrokBot's inbox management feature is real and part of XAI's announced capabilities, but the specific 150,000 email figure is the individual poster's unverified personal claim. Grok upgrades Sheikh, at Kathmandu, replied, I'm glad you keep improving artificial intelligence, but I would be more impressed if you could do something about natural stupidity. This is Musk boosting an official @Grok announcement that apps built and deployed in Grok can now have sharing/access controls set to private, teen, or public, across web, iOS, Android, and CLI. That feature announcement is straightforwardly real and matches XAI's ongoing GrokBot/build rollout. The replies underneath are a mix of jokes and unrelated feature requests, pricing, PC app timing, a Grok 4.6 update for Super Grok Heavy, with no independently checkable claims of their own. Politics. 6 posts. Russell Brand posted asking who benefits from your digital ID. An oppressive government. This is Musk's political opinion answering a rhetorical question, not a checkable factual claim. National digital ID schemes, including the UK's, where Brand broadcasts, are a genuinely contested policy debate with real privacy advocacy pushback, not a settled fact either way. The media never mentioned that the police officers called an ambulance immediately when Floyd complained of shortness of breath. Unusual behavior for murderers. MJ Truth Ultra, did you know the ambulance went to the wrong address? Did you know the medical ventilator the EMTs hooked George Floyd up to was not plugged in? None of these details were allowed in Derek Chauvin's trial. I remember when I saw all of the footage at the time, something, x.com/Elon Musk/statue, trial testimony and the widely reviewed bystander/bodycam video show officers held Floyd down for roughly 9 minutes while he repeatedly said he couldn't breathe and bystanders pleaded with them to check his pulse before EMS was upgraded to an emergency response. So-called an ambulance immediately is a disputed characterization, not an established fact. The specific wrong address and ventilator not plugged in claims in the reply do not appear in mainstream trial testimony reporting or fact checks found. They circulate as unverified social media claims, not confirmed record from Chauvin's trial. The reality is that most people unthinkingly believe whatever their political tribe tells them to believe. Like an NPC in a video game. Steven Markrian Elon is correct. Also, NPCs will lose their mind over Elon's post because they were told what to believe and did not look into the facts of the case and prefer to be guided by emotions, not truth and reason. I posted about this on Patreon at the start of 2025. Here's a clip. This is opinion/rhetoric, not a checkable factual claim. The video attached to the reply is unrelated explicit content with no connection to the NPC/tribalism topic, so it can't be used to characterize the reply's argument beyond Steven Markrian's own written text. Did you know Chauvin called for an ambulance immediately? Garbage human. Another sad factor in the whole episode was Chauvin immediately called in for an ambulance when Floyd started complaining. The ambulance was about 3 minutes away, but when they drove by they worried for their safety because of the crowd, so they went and parked somewhere. For this is misleading. An ambulance was called by officers around 8:27 p.m. while Chauvin's knee was still on Floyd's neck, not immediately when Floyd first complained, and when paramedics arrived Floyd was already unresponsive with no aid yet given by officers. Free Chauvin's Cosmography. Chauvin case is an extreme litmus test. Everyone knows his imprisonment was a flagrant injustice, but most continue with yes, but it was a flagrant injustice of great emotional importance to people. Derek Chauvin is currently serving concurrent Minnesota state, murder/manslaughter, and federal, civil rights, sentences at a federal prison in Big Spring, Texas, with a projected release around 2037. As of August 2026, no pardon or commutation has been issued despite a conservative campaign for one, and any federal pardon couldn't touch his separate state sentence anyway. The reality is that most people unthinkingly believe whatever their political tribe tells them to believe. Like an NPC in a video game. Opal P. Kennison, at Kennison_P, replied, I refuse to believe anything I'm told is political on any side of the fence. 99% of what they say is either twisted information or out-and-out lies expecting that it won't be checked. This is an opinion/rhetorical claim, not a factual one, so there's nothing to fact-check. NPC as a term for people uncritically repeating partisan talking points is a long-standing internet politics meme Musk has used repeatedly. The post was itself later quote-tweeted by another account, Xenocosmography, captioned, Don't waste your time arguing with the television, amplifying it further into the discourse. SpaceX. 3 posts. X-Freeze posted a graphic contrasting 100 years of combustion evolution against 10 years of SpaceX Raptor innovation. Raptor 3 is an engineering work of art. Even AI will be impressed. Raptor 3 is SpaceX's current generation Starship engine, unveiled in 2025 with simplified external plumbing and higher thrust to weight than Raptor 2. The 100 years versus 10 years framing is promotional hype rather than a rigorous engineering comparison. SpaceX's own account posted that Starship completed a single-engine static fire demonstrating a deorbit burn for upcoming orbital missions. Preparing for another Starship flight confirmed, SpaceX conducted this single-engine static fire on Ship 41 around August 19 to 20, 2026, ahead of Flight 14, which is set to attempt Starship's first orbital mission and a return to tower catch. Note the attached video's actual transcript is testimonial clips about Grokbot being used for NDAs, recruiting, and Figma slide decks, content unrelated to Starship, so treat that transcript as mismatched to this caption rather than describing the static fire. Looks like we will probably catch the ship with the tower in a few months. If there had been a tower out to sea where we practiced landing the ship, it would have been caught. First reflight of the ship will be either end of this year or early next. That will be a fork in the road of history for consciousness reaching the stars. Dustin, at our 0CK3T23, wrote, Elon Musk admitted he is not sure this one is possible. Musk, this absorbs more of my mental energy than probably any other single thing. But it is so preposterously difficult that there are times where I wonder whether we can actually do this. He does not talk like this. Musk's timeline checks out. SpaceX is targeting a tower catch of the Starship upper stage on an upcoming flight, Flight 14, with the first reflight of a recovered ship expected by year-end 2026 or early 2027. The quote in the reply, absorbs more of my mental energy, is a real Musk quote, but it's from December 2021 during the Raptor engine crisis, not a new statement, despite the reply implying it's out of character or recent. Tesla. 1 posts. Edmunds posted a quote tweet giving 2 really good reasons to buy the Model Y. 1, it's fun to drive. 2. FSD is the real deal, which Musk quote tweeted. True Edmunds is a long-running independent auto review outlet, so this is an editorial opinion rather than a lab result. Tesla's FSD remains a Level 2, driver-supervised system despite the real deal framing. It is not legally autonomous in the US. Starlink. 1 posts. Doge Designer posted stats arguing India needs Starlink. 11,256 of India's listed villages still had no 4G coverage as of May 2026, and India had 1.093 billion internet subscriptions in March 2026, but only 440.87 million were rural, with rural subscription density at 48.31 per 100 people versus 126.80 in urban areas. Starlink would help the least served in India, especially in rural areas. Those village coverage and rural subscription figures match contemporary Indian press reporting. The Statesman, IB Times India. Around the state, Starlink received an Indian operating license in 2025, but full commercial rollout has been held up by spectrum allocation and regulatory steps. Note the video attached to this post is unrelated to India. It's someone, apparently Musk, describing plans to scale AI compute to 10 gigawatts by the end of 2027 for roughly $300 to $500 billion in projected annual revenue, an unverified, forward-looking company projection, not an India/Starlink claim. X platform. 1 posts. Doge Designer posted that X.com continues to surge, growing faster than Google, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Reddit last month, is growing fast. This specific superlative isn't backed by independent 2026 industry data, current reports, eMarketer, exploding topics, show threads, TikTok and Reddit gaining the most ground, and X's own time spent per user metric has been reported declining even during a brief download spike, so the growing faster than all of them claim looks exaggerated / unverified. That's everything Elon posted on August 20, 2026.